specifically got assigned to the Never Ending Disease Project, which is studying the proliferation of syphilis from around 1850 to 1859 to present day, even though there is a vaccine and other treatments for it. So while the pathology team and the history team, and mostly an interdisciplinary team of historians plus medical professionals and pathologists, were speaking about how to go about the project and planning, we came across the issue of how to use the storage of pathological slides that was available in the Institute without the consent of the patients from which they came, because the majority of them in the 1850s, most likely not living right now. So I decided to base my project on the idea of using the slides and who is to be the owner of these slides, which gets into both philosophical and legal issues and implications.
It was challenging but also interesting to do this all during COVID because I was actually in Kansas while I was doing this, which kind of was incredible that it was able to work out, that I was able to talk to people. But I worked very closely with a very prominent researcher who was identified through my program in the field of assisted reproduction in Argentina. She ended up supplying many of my written sources, as well as was just sort of a guiding force for me. And she helped to connect me with certain people that she knew, especially in the public sector, because it's a lot harder to contact those people. They just have a lot more going on. And then I also had some sort of surprising success. I identified I wanted to mix the public private. I wanted these two cities. So then I got a list of all the clinics that I wanted to look at. And I had sort of surprising success doing just cold emails. I think it was at a perfect time in quarantine where everyone was at home, but no one was doing anything yet. And a lot of people were pretty willing to talk with me, which is nice.
The best plan that you can have is no plan at all. I had an idea of what I thought my cerebral experience was going to be, and it was every twist and turn that could possibly happen sort of kind of happened. Even for me leaving the States and getting there, it was a whole mess of a situation. So being able to quickly adapt to those type of situations and knowing that I can have a general outline for things I want to do, but things are just not going to go my way, or things that are going to go that I didn't expect, which I ended up appreciating in the end, because I did get experiences I wouldn't have done otherwise. I wouldn't even have thought about otherwise. So that would be my main piece of advice. It's you can have ideals and that's fine, but going with no plan is honestly the best plan.
And I think it is so different post-COVID, right? I think even with the experience that I had, even with obviously the uncertainty that is involved in any sort of travel abroad, I really highly recommend it. I think that, it's just, you're never going to get that opportunity in a similar way ever again in your life. And it's that same kind of take advantage of the things that you have, seize the day whenever you can. But I think circling back to my experience choosing my abroad program, obviously getting out of my comfort zone, doing something that was a little obviously scary to break away from what my friends were doing. I think that's also my suggestion is go abroad, but when you do it, make sure that you're doing what's best for you.